two big things. I really want to know how business is in general. Just talk to you about your business, but then also I'd really appreciate some kind of unscripted feedback. You've been with us for about 6 months, so just what your experience has been like with us and where your business was before and where it is now.
Yeah, so I think we joined up with you guys back in I think September of 24. And I'll be honest, I mean before we joined on, it was I mean I was skeptical, of course. I mean it's definitely an investment up front and and it's marketing, so it's like, well, it's nothing is guaranteed, but we're just, trusting the company and you'd come recommended by somebody that was clearly successful, to me anyway.
Mhm.
Um, so prior to bringing you guys on, so we were a new company. We were a startup company in it would have been June of 24.
Mhm.
And I had done some of my own marketing and stuff via Facebook, prior to signing on with you guys. And it was, let me just say that if we hadn't have signed on with Rise, we would be struggling for sure. So um, it was I mean we had some lead flow coming through when I was doing my own Facebook marketing, but that's not what I do. I mean, I run a forestry service company. I'm an equipment operator, and I just trying to maintain the mental capacity to start the business and acquire all my equipment and then also do all my marketing and stuff at the same time. It just wasn't something that I had any interest in doing. So we signed on with you guys, and I mean, I think it was as soon as Katie said that the advertisements went live, I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes before the first lead came through. So,
That's awesome.
um, yeah, and then there were several more that followed that same day. And I mean, business since then has been more than I could have asked for the first year. I mean, we'll be at a full year in business in June of 25. We really didn't start contracting business until September of 24 when we signed on with you, other than a couple of jobs. So, I mean, I think the initial like advertisement on your end for the package that we did was, I think like projected 5x ROI for what we spent. And after we finished the first 4 months with you guys, we hit that. We hit 5x ROI. So,
Awesome.
um, and we of course had significantly more um, dollars written in estimates that we had sent out, than we actually made, of course.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, our lead flow has been really really consistent, and we're only advertising with Facebook. I mean, we haven't even done anything with Google yet. So
Yes, sir. Would you mind saying, or if you knew about how much you think y'all have made in revenue in the 6 months that you've been with us?
in the 6 months, probably we're probably somewhere in the 60 to $70,000 range, I would say.
Awesome.
And I think we've only spent, well, we're in the middle of our second 4 months with you guys
Yes, sir.
right now. I think we've got two to go. So yeah, 6 months. I think we've only spent 12 so far to make 70. So, and I mean, and then right now too, we've got another 100,000 in estimates out there right now that we're, working with those customers to try and close those deals. So we'll see how those go.
Awesome. Yeah, and this has all been, I guess, really through the fall and winter too. We're kind of coming up on the exciting season here to really start knocking some stuff out.
Yeah, yeah. Fall was really busy. I mean, because we went live with you guys in the fall, and I mean, we were booked up through October. We were booked up through November, December, and January. We're actually really busy, which we're in Wisconsin. I mean, we had an unusual winter for this type of work. Everything was froze up real solid, and we didn't have any snow, so it was actually great mulching conditions for us.
Oh,
So I think that maybe played into it a little bit, but.
oh, yeah.
But yeah, we don't have a spring or a summer with you guys yet, so we'll see. I'm excited to see how things go.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad to hear that. We pretty much live for, making sure that people are getting a good return on what they spend with us. That's our job. And, it sounds to me like you're obviously doing your job because you're landing the jobs. We can't sell it for you. So you're landing them, you're
Yep.
doing them, and keeping moving. So that's the perfect partnership. So we definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we appreciate what you guys do. I mean, there's some ebbs and flows. I mean, there might be a week or something where we don't see any. We slowed down a little bit around Christmas time where it was like, we're not filling the pipeline, leads aren't coming in. And then, a couple weeks after New Year's, things ticked right back up again. March was pretty consistent with lead flow coming through, and I mean, and then we have a lot of stuff in the pipeline too from just the last 6 months with people that are like, hey, yeah, reach back out in the spring or reach back out next year. And so even when we don't have new ones coming through, there are a lot of leads that are still in the system that have already come through that we can, go back on and continue to follow up with and see if they're ready yet. So we have a lot to work with from that point of view.
Right. That's awesome. I love to hear that. We get very similar results for everybody, but not everybody is always as successful as we'd hope for, especially like in your case where you got a good return. And this is a partnership, right? We can send you all the leads all day, but if you don't get the jobs, you don't get the job. So what's one or two things you think that makes the difference in you being more successful working with us?
Um, I mean, you have to be on the ball with the leads that are coming through. Because I mean, I mean, we signed up with one of the base packages with you guys just because it was all that we could afford at the time. And we still had, I mean, a lot of leads coming through. And this is, we're transitioning our way from, well, we want this to be a full-time gig. So we're also managing some work outside of Beyond the Clear. And I imagine that maybe a lot of people are doing that. And it just gets to be a lot to juggle. And so even with the base package with you guys, there's still a lot of leads to manage. And communication is just key. I think just, reaching, I mean, we read between my brother and I, and we have the availability to reach out to these leads immediately as soon as they come through. And I know that it sends the automated text, they get that. So there's at least some point of contact right away. But we do find that not a lot of people, I would say maybe like half the people, maybe 60% are actually responsive to those automatic texts. But then if I follow up with a message that is worded in such a way that they clearly know it's not an automated system they're talking to, so I'll personalize the message, then they respond.
Yes.
And I understand that, I mean, we get all kinds of automated messages these days. So that's why I'm always diligent. If I don't get an immediate response from the automated text, then I will follow up with a personalized text message and see if we get a response there. And if we don't get a response there, I usually give them like 24 hours to respond to that text. And if they don't, then we call them
Nice.
and leave a voicemail. And but I mean, we never miss a lead. I mean, there's nobody that has reached out to us that we have not been in contact with within, I would say, 24 hours of having received the lead. So I mean, it's just being consistent while it's fresh in their mind.
Right. No, that's perfect. And that's what we hear across the board with all of our most successful people. They work the leads, they get to them quick, they communicate well. And most people are surprised a lot of times. That's what they tell me. Like the customers are surprised when they get a call. And they're like, oh, this is legit. Like nobody else answered me. It's just if you can actually talk to somebody nowadays, it seems like you can stand out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like with the way, I mean, there's all kinds of ads on Facebook. I think to your point, some people maybe don't fully know what they're going to get when they respond and fill out the lead form and everything. And well, I guess I'll find out. It's easy for me to just name, number, how many acres, what do you want done, and it's easy enough. And if somebody, like you said, I think if they receive some follow up response within minutes or hours of having generated the lead, then I think that's you gain a lot of points for that, and especially into like today's day and age where immediate gratification is a thing. So I mean, when I decide I want to know something, if I want to price on something, whether it's a good or a service, like I want it now. I don't like waiting, which maybe isn't healthy, but that's the way that it is. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think the quicker that you can be, while it's fresh in their mind, the more likely chance you're gonna have of gaining that person as a customer.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually just did a little training style video the other day talking about the statistics there. And 78% of people will go with the first company to reach back out to them. And then if you can get to a lead, this is a crazy one. If you can get to a lead within 60 seconds of them inquiring, it increases the chance of them closing by 391%, which I think
Wow,
is a crazy statistic. So,
wow,
but to your point on Facebook, if they interact with one of these ads, they're going to be served another one pretty darn quick.
hmm yeah,
So yeah, it's definitely big to make that first contact. So strong work.
yep,
It's a good
yep.
partnership to have somebody with that kind of behavior and work ethic. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate you guys. We're excited to continue on in the future. We're talking about maybe upticking some ad spend a little bit here, just trying to create some more opportunity. And um, yeah, that's fine. And maybe work on some SEO, add Google ads maybe into it as well,
Yeah,
and just see how much we can grow. So I mean, all I wanted to do in year one was just cover the cost of the payments on my equipment, and I mean, we have probably tripled that. So
very cool.
so it was more than I could have ever expected, and I really think we would have had a I think it would have been we would be in trouble if we wouldn't have contracted you guys or somebody like you at least. So
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for your time today. And I hope to do more. If you have any questions with the SEO, Google, and stuff, Katie would be more than happy to jump on with you and build something like that out. But don't stop what's already working as well, for sure.
yeah, no, absolutely. We'll keep doing at the minimum what we've got going right now, and we'll add more to it when we can for sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much, sir, and we will talk to you soon.
Sounds good, Jacob. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sir, bye bye.
Bye.